Talk to me, sir. You got to talk to me. Don't talk to your wife. Sir, are you listening? Listen to me. Who scammed you? And how did they scam you?
Publishers Clearinghouse.
I know. What'd they do? Sir, you have to talk to me. Please talk to me.
I didn't have to have the money at the time, and I was a little bit late, but I did pay for it.
Pay for what?
Those pajamas, I guess.
How did Publishers Clearinghouse scam you? Did you make a police report? Sir, you got to talk to me, please. I got all these people waiting. I can be patient, but I don't want to keep them waiting. Would you please talk to me and tell me how Publishers Clearinghouse scammed you, and did you make a police report? Man, sir, are you capable of driving? Do you drive a car?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a valid license?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you drive up to the courthouse? You live right half a mile, 3/4 of a mile from here. Do you mind doing that? Will you do that for me, or is that going to trouble you some way? Mr. Bosquet, you got to talk to me, sir. We got to talk. I feel like you got to help me out here. Can you drive up to the courthouse?
Yes, I did.
No, can you now drive up to the courthouse? You can't be more than 4 minutes away. You live on Jackson and Trenton still, right?
Yes, I did drive in.
Who is the woman, the friend here? Listen to me. Tell me your name.
Holly Tiss.
Spell your last name.
It's Thisse. They are at my house right now. They're not at their house. They don't have internet.
Where's their house?
Their house is in Trenton.
Where's your house?
In Woodhaven.
How far are you from the courthouse?
Probably 6 minutes if I don't hit the train.
Are you just friends with them? Or are you related to one of them or not?
My husband is related to them.
How?
David's wife, Sally, and my husband's grandfather are cousins.
Okay. I need him to talk to me. He's not talking to me.
He has dementia.
Yeah. See, that's what I was worried about.
Yes.
That's why, okay, I got it.
We can drive over.
Does Mrs. Bus? It looks like he owes this debt. I'm just trying to figure out if somebody scammed them, and if they did, I want them prosecuted.
I'm beginning to think that the issue was the dementia and not the scam with this particular debt.
Yeah. All right. Why don't you drive them up here? Can you do that? You got a valid license?
Yes. Yep.
Just be careful, okay, Miss Palmer?
Okay.
You can do what you're going to do, and then come back in 20 minutes or so, or half an hour.
Do you want me to come up there, Your Honor?
You don't have to come up here. I'm just saying you can Zoom.
Okay.
No, but I'm just trying to say you don't have to wait and listen to me go on with everything else. You can come back at 1:45. Okay? Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks. Come on up, folks. We'll try to handle this. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Albert Allen Wellens, 248-37204.
Good morning.
Your name?
Albert Allen Wellens.
You have the money here?
Last time I was here, I made a payment arrangement. As soon as I made that arrangement, I lost my job. I'm back working.
Slow down a second. Did you make a payment arrangement with me?
Yes.
$40 a week starting February 14th.
I did, and I lost my job.
What did I tell you if you didn't have the money?
I don't remember.
You remember. You remember, because I tell everyone.
What did you say?
I told you if you didn't have the money to call the court, we'll go on Zoom or come up here on or before the due date. Did I say that or not?
You know what? You probably did.
I know I did, because I tell everybody that. I might miss one out of 150. So you didn't pay a nickel since, hang on a second. You didn't pay anything since February 3rd.
Okay.
We show caused you. You didn't show up June 26th.
I didn't.
You didn't what? You're not going to tell me you didn't get the mail.
Probably did.
You probably didn't? I didn't hear you.
I probably didn't get it.
You probably didn't get it? You assume you're not gonna get,
I never check the mail. My wife does, so I probably didn't get it. I probably didn't look. Honestly.
where did you work at?
I was working at Manheim, but now I'm just doing, roadie work.
Really?
Yeah.
For who?
It's an app with deliveries.
Listen, I'm gonna help you here,
I know you do.
but you gotta stop doing this, okay? We're easy to get along with.
But you're a real, very good judge.
Well, gosh, thank you. You're the first one to say that since 2002. And that's when he was in front of me as a police officer. How much time do you need? Now listen, here's the deal. I'm gonna let you make your own payment plan. What a great country. You can put in the robot.
I could pay $30 every 2 weeks.
Okay, but what are you gonna do if you don't have the money?
Oh, no, I can pay $30 every.
I know, but if you don't have the money, your car blows up, who knows? 30 bi-weekly beginning when? Tell me the start date.
What's the date today?
July 29th. So if I made it 2 weeks from today, that'd be August the 12th.
That's perfect.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
I'll make it August the 15th. Now, if you don't have the money, what are you gonna do?
Call.
You can come up here on or before the due date at 8:30, or you can call and we'll go on Zoom, okay?
Thanks.
Good luck. Just don't ignore me, please.
I
All
will not, sir.
right, Shanice Deanna Wright, 2-4B-705-0112, FY.
Sure, what name for Shanice Wright?
How you doing, Mr. Haynes?
I'm doing well, Judge. How are you?
All right, good, thanks. Ma'am, your name?
Chinese Theater, right?
Detective, your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Detective Crystal Tulas, Brownstown Police Department.
All right, so she's defendant 2. She has 1 count of UNP. How is she going to proceed?
We have to read the charge.
Ma'am, I'm going to read your charge to you. It's contained in the complaint. It is alleged that you did, on or about December 28 of 23, utter and publish as true a certain false, forged, altered, or counterfeit instrument, deed, record, or other writing with the intent to injure or defraud, knowing the instrument was false, altered, forged, or counterfeit. It's more fully described as a check dated December the 19th of 23 in the amount of $329.59 drawn on Bank of America, naming you, Shanice Wright, as the payee, and the drawer or maker was Advisacare. That is a 14-year felony. Do you understand the charge and the possible penalty, uttering and publishing?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to say anything. If you say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it can be used against you. You have the right to your lawyer not only today, but at all subsequent court proceedings. You have the right to a lawyer. If you cannot afford one, you can apply for one at public expense. Also, if you choose to submit the question with law enforcement officials, you do have the right to be represented by a lawyer at that questioning. Do you understand everything I just said?
Yes.
You have the right to a probable cause conference within 14 days. Your lawyer, the new lawyer will appoint you. If you can't afford one, will speak to the prosecutor. If you do that, if it doesn't resolve at that point, we're going to proceed to a preliminary examination. If the preliminary exam is to this one count 2, the people have to show that the crime was committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crime. If they prove that, you'll be bound over for further proceedings to the Wayne County Circuit Court. If they fail to prove that, the case would be dismissed and you would be discharged. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to give you August 12th at 9:30. That will be your PCC. You'll be in front of Judge Hessen, your probable cause conference. And your preliminary exam will be August 19th at 11. So August 12th at 9:30 in front of Judge Hessen. August 19th at 11 o'clock in the morning in front of Judge Hessen. Detective, I just want to ask a question before I have Mr. Haynes address bond. Was this presented to the Brownstown Liquor Store at 18427 Telegraph?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, what would you like to say?
Judge, this is an older case, but it would appear that Ms. Wright has not missed any court dates, so it's like the complaint wasn't issued until almost a year after the alleged offense date. She has a limited criminal history. I think I saw a couple of driver's license suspended on the record. We would ask the court to consider reversal or low end fine as a result. She is employed. She's a private healthcare provider.
How much does she make there?
I think it's not.
How much do you make there, ma'am?
I work 15 hours, so my checks be about 300 every week.
300 a week? How much do they pay you per hour?
$20.
That's not bad. Maybe you could try to get some more hours out of them. She does, what does her criminal history show? Detective?
Your Honor, I don't believe that she has any prior felony convictions. The only thing that I show as of the time of this warrant application was completed was that she had two suspended license offenses. I believe that she has warrants for those, but aside from that, and dismissal on assaulting a police officer, I don't see any convictions.
You've had a warrant out of Southgate since 2021. You've had a warrant out of Dearborn since 2019. Why haven't you taken care of those, ma'am?
I was unaware of those. I actually just got pulled over in Dearborn and they said nothing about a warrant. So to my knowledge, that did not come up until I just got arrested. And then they told me I had a warrant in Southgate and Dearborn.
Where do you live?
Detroit, Michigan.
Where?
On Jerry Road in Southfield in Detroit.
Can you give me your address, please?
The address in the file is the correct one, Judge.
What's that?
The address in the file is the correct address.
On Van Buren Street
Yes.
in Detroit?
Yes.
She just got done telling me Joy Road to Southfield, I thought. Where do you live?
16572 Van Buren Street, Detroit, Michigan.
I thought you just told me you lived in Southfield.
No, I said Joy Road in Southfield, like the two side streets. There is Joy Road and right off Southfield, not in Southfield.
All right, what are you asking for there, detective? And number one, did the department reach out to her at all after the warrant was issued?
Your Honor, we leave bond in the court's discretion, but yes, the department did make contact with her by phone to advise her of this investigation and scheduled a time for an interview. Ms. Wright, after scheduling that, failed to appear for that interview and did not respond to any contacts after that.
Did the department notify her of the warrant once it was issued?
Your Honor, this was Detective Ramsey's case. I can't say whether or not he did or did not notify
They
her.
notify you, ma'am?
No, sir, I didn't even know I had a warrant.
All right, so I want to be clear. You don't have to talk to the police, okay? But you have to show up in court. So I'm not going to hold it against you that they invited you to an interview and you didn't show up. But you make sure you show up. This is not going to be the end of the world. If you don't show up, you're going to make this a lot worse than you needed it to, and it's going to end up a lot worse. Do we understand one another?
Sir,
$7,500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. No contact with employees of the Brownstown Liquor Store. No contact with prosecution witnesses except through your lawyer. You're not to enter 18427 Telegraph Road in Brownstown. You cannot leave the state without consent. You can't violate a law, and you must appear in court as directed. Also, no contact at all. I'm going to try to pronounce this, Vijay Raval, Vijayraval. No contact with him. So don't go back to that store. And also, ma'am, you are not to, this was a Bank of America check, wasn't it? You're not to go to any Bank of America. Do you understand that?
yes, sir.
You're not to go to any Bank of America branch. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, now don't make this worse than it is. Show up, okay? Otherwise, I'm telling you, you're making a massive mistake. Good luck. We'll see you here on August the 12th, August the 12th at 9:30. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I got them coming on this one. Did I call Vasility Sims yet? Jennifer?
You did, but Mr. Barta was in a breakout room. He's back now.
F1 versus Licidia R. Sims, 2501326. All right, Mr. Barta, your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Suzanne Barta, P65425 on behalf of the plaintiff.
I don't see her out there, is she?
I have not had her check in, Your Honor.
You can go ahead and take a default. It was scheduled for 9:30 and it is now 10:30. Go ahead.
Your Honor, it's damages in the amount of $3,846.37 plus court costs of a $75 filing fee and a $50.07 service fee. We would like to submit that default.
125. Your cost of 125.75, is that right?
125.07.
125.07, I'm sorry. So your total here should be 3971.44. Is that right?
Yes, there's always a question as to whether we're going to put the e-filing fee on there or not. And to be honest, I don't know. When we requested that, now that we have filing fees and when we have a filing fee for $75, you guys charge us $2.25.
Oh, I get it. Well, I think you're entitled to those. I wouldn't deny that.
Yeah, I would. I just don't know if we actually include them in there or not. So
what do you want to do? It's a big decision, $2.25. You can't buy a Diet Coke today or something.
That's fine. That's fine. We will include that as well.
All right, 3971.44. You can submit your default. Do you have another one?
I do.
Which one?
I have Bank of America versus John Washington.
Bank of America versus John Washington, 2501095.
Good
He's
morning,
here.
Your Honor. Suzanne Barta, P65425 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning. Come on up here, sir, if you would, please.
Your Honor, I had a chance to speak to Mr. Washington before today's date. He also has reached out to our law firm through his debt consolidation firm. We've actually resolved it. He's actually made 3 payments with a 4th one upcoming. So we just need to get him a signed conditional dismissal for signature.
Your name, sir?
John Washington.
What do you want me to do? Adjourn it?
Yeah, and I would respectfully request maybe 45, 60 days, just because when you deal with a debt consolidation firm,
I know.
doesn't
I get
run
it,
smooth.
but Lisa or Jennifer, listen, I don't care who you have represent you, but get them going, okay? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you at all, sir. I want to be clear about that. But he's saying, these debt consolidation companies, they typically move a lot slower than I would, okay? I'm going to give you till, let's set it the very first civil docket in September, Lisa, Jennifer.
September 2nd, which is the day after the holiday, or do you want to go to the 16th?
Let's give me the 9th. Can I do the 9th? Why can't I do the 9th?
You have probation. We can add it on the probation
9th
docket.
at 8:30, okay? September 9th at 8:30, all right? But yeah, get with Mr. Barta and hopefully you'll submit a conditional dismissal so you don't even have to show up on that day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Any others?
Nope, that's it.
Have a good day. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, ABC Auto Finance versus Brandon Michael Liley, 217B3702.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert, plaintiff P6925.
You're cutting out badly.
Oh, sorry. Robert Zelensky on behalf of plaintiff P69250. Is that better?
Yeah, that's a lot better. Is Brandon Liley here?
I have not had him check in with me, Your Honor.
So he hadn't paid. You guys started garnishing wages. Now he wants $150 a month, right?
Right.
And you want at least $350 a month.
Well, I did when I filed that, Judge. I've been doing this 20 years. I've never seen a larger gap between what a defendant's requesting and what I've received. In just 1 month, I've received $1,900. And we had a
You're cutting out again. 19 what?
$1,900. We've gotten almost $2,000 in 1 month after I filed that response. I mean, one he's paid weekly. Like on the 25th, we got $529. 1 week on the 1st to $719, averaging about, the garnishment's averaging, bringing in about $475 a week. So, you know, I was looking to hopefully discuss them, get some kind of agreement with him, but I put that $350 down before, based on what he put in his motion, but based on forgetting, I'd have to say something like $800 minimum a month.
The garnishment's still in effect, right?
Yeah, it's still going. Yeah, like I said, I just got.
He did not file an objection to garnishment, right?
No, he just filed a motion for payment for the $150 a month. I served him with that, heard from him, but yeah, significantly more. More he stated, he earned more, significantly more than he earns states in his motion.
Well, what do you want me to do? I mean, I don't want to give you more than you requested in your pleading here, but then again, you still got an objection. I'm sorry, you still got a garnishment in effect. He didn't file an objection to garnishment. And honestly, I have to tell you, I don't feel real sorry for him. He hadn't made a payment since 2019. So if you want, I will simply deny his motion for installment payments and keep the garnishment in effect.
That's what I would ask for, Judge. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Plaintiff, I'm going to just indicate defendant failed to appear on motion for installment payments. Garnishment in effect. Had not made a payment since 2019 until the last month or so, right?
Right.
Is that true?
That's true, yes.
I don't know where you are, but we're going to have a better connection next time, okay? Plaintiff's motion for installment payments denied. That was already set aside, right? I would have had to set that aside to issue the garnishment. I'm sorry, defendant's motion for installment payments denied. I had to have set aside the, Jennifer, would you check that?
Let's see, Judge, showing.
Counsel, you guys would have had to have filed a motion to set aside the installment payment order in order to issue a garnishment.
Well, I can tell you, Judge, this file had a prior attorney on it. I don't know that might have slipped through the cracks. I can look back.
Judge, there was an order entered January 14th of 2020 to set aside the payment order.
Say that again.
January 14th of 2020, there was an order to set aside the payment order entered.
Okay.
Okay. And then you started garnishing wages recently, and he started paying, right?
Right. Yep.
All right. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm simply going to deny his motion for installment payments, and you can put garnishment to remain in effect. You can indicate everything in there, okay?
Judge, I have an order prepared, and I'll send it to your box.
Well, I want to make sure this is a little bit different. I want him to make sure he submits this with all this in here, okay? Will you do that for me, Mr. Zielinski?
Yeah, you want me to submit the order denying it? And
yeah. I mean, I don't know what you have down there, Jen.
I have the scale form that the box is marked that the motion's denied.
Okay, then submit that and I'll be happy to sign it. That's
Okay.
good. She's gonna take care of it. Okay, thanks. Thank you. All right, that comes back. Granite Televalley versus Quillen, Roy and Melissa Quillen, 501791. Is this going to trial?
No, Your Honor, defendant is not here.
Well, then go ahead. Come on up here. Your appearance?
Thank you, Your Honor. Michael Burns, P87855 on behalf of plaintiff.
87 what?
87855.
What are they up to?
They gotta be close to 9, Your Honor.
I think they're over 9. Anyway, what do you want to do here?
We just asked for a default judgment. This is a termination of tenancy for just cause on a manufactured home, Your Honor. We've had several hearings. The original trial date was actually adjourned to accommodate some schedules. The court was very generous in that. But the defendant.
You know they're going to probably end up filing a motion telling me something, right?
They may, Your Honor, but I got information from my client that he's actually moving out from the home.
Writ date you're going to ask for in 10 days?
10 days, Your Honor. He plans on being out by the August 4th. We'd also asked for costs of filing.
I'm going to give you a writ date of August the 8th. You didn't seek money damages, did you?
No, Your Honor, but just costs for the filing.
Who can do that? I can't give you that. Where are you coming up with this? How can I give you that? No
It doesn't hurt to ask, Your Honor.
No disrespect, but I just can't do that. Writ date will be August the 8th. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you. All right. Let me see here. What do I have? TD Bank versus Kristen Gazdecki. Mr. Mall, which other one do you have? I got papers all over the place here. Which case?
It's hard to pronounce. It's Elza
Holly Medical.
Thank you.
It's a 21. It's probably in a file jacket, Your Honor.
Let me take this one real quick. TD Bank versus Kristen Gazdecki, 2502123.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jessica Kelly for plaintiff.
Good morning, Ms. Kelly. Where is Ms. Gazdecki? Your name, ma'am?
Kristen Gazdecki. I am on Zoom.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you two talk?
We
Yes,
did.
We had an opportunity in a breakout room. The parties have
Okay.
agreed it's not a matter of what is owed, but rather how it will be repaid. We talked about the options for that, but we do need a little time to work out the paperwork. So at this point, we're asking for a scheduling order.
Matt, you guys can do that in 2 weeks, right?
Ms. Gazdecki, do you think 2 weeks is reasonable?
Yes.
Adjourn 2 weeks, Jennifer. August what?
The 12th,
At
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. So I'll ask you to get with her and hopefully submit an order today, right? Or tomorrow or the day after. If I say today, you'll do it within 2 weeks, right? Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you. Thank you very much. All right, LVN
Okay.
is Jimmy Rose, 2502206. Is Jimmy Rose here?
No, Your Honor, I've not had the defendant check in.
Is, who's here?
Brian Mullally, P88457, representing LVNV funding.
All right, you want to default?
Yes.
Go ahead and give me the figures and we'll default.
Damages in the amount of $1,499.24. Filing fee of $56.65. Service fee of $47.29. A statutory attorney fee of $75 for a total of $1,678.18.
Defendant failed to appear. Default judgment will enter. Relief requested will be granted. Judgment of default in favor of the plaintiff and against defendant, 1678-18. You can submit your order for the record. This case was scheduled for 10. It is now 10:44. You should be all set. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Your Honor.
Elza Holly Medical Consultants, MD versus Carmita Davis, 21W 728.
Good morning. Ed Mall, MNHL, P27115 for the plaintiff. Your Honor, this is the defendant's motion to set aside a garnishment, but this case has been resolved by the garnishment and the satisfaction of judgment has been filed with the court.
And Ms. Davis is not here?
Correct.
All right, so plaintiff's response, I'm sorry, defendant's objections to garnishment, just for the record, dismissed, denied, she failed to appear. And then you're saying the judgment's satisfied.
It's on the way to the court.
And then satisfaction of judgment will be filed as judgment satisfied. True?
Correct.
Boy, that was a lot to have to wait for 12 seconds. Have a good day, Mr. Mull. Nice to see you. Okay. Okay, let's take Capital One versus Biscuit, 2501643. If, there you go. Can you come up here, sir? I'm not quite sure how I'm going to handle this. I'm not sure he's understanding everything, Ms. Palmer. Sir, you can have a seat right there. How you doing, Mr. Biscuit?
I'm starting to wake up, sir.
Wake up? Yeah, I'd like to wake up. It's 10 to 11. But I've been up since 6, so that's okay. All right. Do you understand everything that's going on here?
Yes, sir.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you owe this debt?
Pardon me?
Okay, now listen, we're going to correspond. I'm going to keep my voice up nice and loud. Do you owe this debt to Capital One?
No, I don't. I never used their card.
But you didn't really deny it in this answer. You say, I might have bought 3 pair of Dockers, 2 pair of pants, light jacket, and pajamas. Counsel, do you have any of these bills?
So we have
bills from Capital One?
Yes, so we do have 12 months of statements, but it doesn't go back to the transactions he was making, but it does show the payments being made. So during that 12-month period.
Sheriff Povich, you have to take your head off, please. It's okay. So, all right, so it shows payments, but no transactions, purchase transactions.
No, we don't have back that far, no. Now, my understanding, and obviously, this information was elicited from the group when I was in the breakout room, but my understanding was the position about the published clearinghouse was that has put them in an insolvent situation where they do not have any money.
That's pretty clear reading this.
Yeah.
And as you know, you can't garnish or attach Social Security benefits.
Right. And I did indirectly, obviously I'm not their attorney, but I did indirectly talk to them about the methods of collecting on a judgment. And I mean, a judgment is only a judgment. So,
can't commingle your Social Security benefits with other funds and have them protected. Okay? If you're collecting Social Security and that's the only thing you have, as long as you don't commingle them, if you have them put in a separate bank account, they can't get at those. Okay?
I retired from Ford after 39 years. And then I get that money from them, and then I get the security of
I don't know what you want me to do, though. What do you want me to do here, Ms. Palmer? I got a motion for summary disposition. I've got a gentleman telling me this isn't his debt. I was told by somebody else that he's got.
I was notified, sir, can I start?
Absolutely.
I was I was called by the people in New York had called me and they said that if I work with them, they'll give me this, and it was $100,000 and a few other things like.
You know what? I wish I was a circuit judge and those characters came in front of me. I'd give them every single day I could. Every single day I could.
That was
just preying on elderly people. It just makes me want to stick the fat end of a ball bat down my throat.
This goes back to 2.5 years. I've worked in different areas and I had some things that I won.
Yeah, they scammed you.
Put up on a wall and the person that was.
Did you make a police report?
No, I did not.
Why not?
I thought that there was two.
Listen, I want you to listen to me in the back there. The wife of the relative of Mrs. Busquet. Do you have documentation to support any of this? Does he have documentation of any kind? I don't want you to answer by yelling here, but he needs to, if he has any documentation, I don't care how long it is, he needs to go to the police. Now, these are tough. You know, these guys are calling from Timbuktu. And they say that they're around the block. That just sickens me. I'm kind of at a loss, Ms. Palmer. I guess I'd like to see you get some statements. You're saying they're not available at all?
No, we just don't have them. So since this
Well,
is
let's get.
okay.
Listen, I want everybody to listen. Can you understand me, sir? I want to make sure you understand me.
Yes.
I'm going to have the lawyer send you itemized statements of the bills that were incurred through your Capital One card, and maybe it'll refresh your recollection. Maybe when you look at those, you're going to see, yes, I bought the pajamas and the slacks and some other things that I remember, and yes, these are probably my charges, or maybe they're not. I can't grant your motion to set aside default. I really need an affidavit showing, a signed sworn affidavit showing that you have a defense. And you can't do that by just saying, I don't know if these are mine or not. I don't think they are. You got to be sure because you're signing under oath. Do you still have your pension coming in? Yes, right? Yes?
Yes.
So if you owe the debt, and I'm not saying you owe the debt, but if you owe the debt, maybe you can talk to Ms. Palmer about setting up an installment payment order that's agreeable to both of you. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to have her send those statements to you and you look them over and talk to whoever you need to talk to, and maybe it will refresh your recollection. Sometimes I go out and charge things and I forgot about it. And then when I look at the statement, it refreshes my recollection. and then I'm going to adjourn this for 3 or 4 weeks, okay? He can hire a lawyer. That's probably the best, but then again, he's probably got no money to hire lawyers or not enough money to hire lawyers. Jennifer, give me a adjournment of the, I'm adjourning the motion to set aside default judgment. And you didn't really file a motion for summary on this. You just, so let's do it that way. But you need to have good cause for not answering the complaint and a meritorious defense that's set forth in an affidavit, which is a sworn statement. Okay? In front of, you have to sign in front of a notary. You could use somebody here. You could use them at a bank. Every bank has notaries. Let's adjourn it 4 weeks, Jennifer. Give me August. She's not out there. When is my civil date? How about August 26th? August 26th at 9 o'clock in the morning will be the motion to set aside default judgment. Okay? Are you understanding me? I'll try to explain it better if you don't. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. And I think you understand me, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. I wish you well. So,
Your Honor, may I interject? So I'm going to be at a conference on the 26th. I'm standing in, but I don't know if you want me to be present since I'm
I could care less. You've
not.
been here. Why don't we make it a week later? Jennifer, what do I have? September 2nd as a civil day, right?
It is, yes, Your Honor.
At 9 o'clock in the morning, September 2nd.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I apologize. It's not. You have state. You switch back to state. It's September 8th you have.
Oh. And what time am I going to do it September 8th?
Whatever time you'd like.
9 o'clock in the morning. September 8th at 9 in the morning. Okay, sir?
Yes.
And the defendant's going to come in person. You want me to?
Yeah, will you come in person? Could somebody bring him again? And you send him those records as soon as you can. It'll probably refresh his recollection, okay?
Your Honor, do you have a preference on whether I come in person or not?
No, you can come by Zoom.
Okay.
It's a little harder sometimes with some, you know what I mean?
Yes. It's not a problem to come in person too, Your Honor.
I think it's just better for him to be here. All right, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Midland, who has a quick one? Does anybody have a quick one?
You're all set, sir.
Good luck, sir. Who's here for Lake Trust Credit Union?
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrew Gallster on behalf of Lake Trust Credit Union.
Lake Trust Credit Union versus Jasmine Serafovich, 2544696GC. Okay, so what are we doing on this one? Mr. Serafovich, your name?
Jasmine Serafovich, Your Honor.
Ms. Gallster, you're here.
Yes, Andrew Gallster, P52839 on behalf of Lake Trust Credit Union.
All right, so you want to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. We did discuss possibly a consent judgment, but at this point, the payment terms would be too long, so we'd like to proceed with our motion for summary disposition.
All right. What do you mean the payment terms will be too long?
Too long for the client. The payment terms would be too many months long into the future to pay off the balance.
Remind me how much the balance is on this one.
The balance is, as of today, $17,911.
All right. Give me 1 second here, please. All right. Okay. Mr. Serafovich, you didn't file a response, right?
No, Your Honor, I did not. I'm not sure how all that is done, so this is all new to me, sir.
Do you have any defense to this claim at all, sir?
The only reason I was moving forward is because I think that sale was not commercially reasonable.
I'd probably agree with you, but the law's not going to allow me to agree with you. What do you mean? They've set a high interest rate or something?
It's not that. I mean, I purchased the vehicle for $25,000, and a year later they sold it for $4,600 at an auction, which I understand. But I was trying to sell the vehicle on my own for like $13,000 to $15,000. It was like in that range that they were being sold for at that time, and I just couldn't sell it, and I had to let it go.
How many miles did you have on that?
It was 100 and I'm gonna lie to you, 30,000, I think. It was a box truck.
Okay. But they sold it where, Mr. Gallster?
They sold it at an auction.
So that's the problem. That's all the auction yielded. Look, it's not that I don't sympathize with you, sir. Maybe the best aspect is, how much is he proposing that he pay weekly or bi-weekly or monthly?
Mr. Sarafovic, if you'd like to.
I was gonna, see if I can do like $200 a month, and then later on, once I pay off more bills, I can probably increase that. Because I got a lot of bills coming in, so I got 3 kids at home. So.
Okay, can I propose something to you two?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you agree on the amount owed, and I don't know how you can fight that, you guys can do a consent judgment. I'll swear you in right now, Mr. Sarafovic. I'm going to ask you a lot of questions just a few questions about your income and expenses.
Okay.
He's going to ask you some questions, and I'll decide what we'll do a separate installment payment order. Is that fair, Mr. Gallster?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I'm going to have him read out the figures to begin with, Mr. Sarafovic, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then I'm going to find out whether or not you agree with those figures. And if you do, we'll reduce that. He'll reduce that to a consent judgment, assuming you will consent to it. You don't have to consent. If you want, I'll hear his motion. I don't see a defense. Okay? And then I can decide the installment payment order today, and we can be done with this. And you're not worrying about it a lot, right? That's my feeling on it. You want to do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why don't you give me your figures, Mr. Gallster?
Okay. Damages are $17,640. We have a filing fee of $164.80. Motion fee of $41.20. Service fees of $45. Today's motion for summary disposition fee of $20 for a total of $17,911.
Now, do you agree that you owe that amount, sir?
I did take out the loan, Your Honor, so yes.
All right. So does he have your permission to sign your name to a proposed consent judgment calling for you to pay his client that amount of money with the understanding that I'm then going to go ahead and swear you in, and I'm going to decide how often and how much you can afford to pay?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Gallster, does that satisfy you so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you prepare that consent judgment, and then I'm going to ask you to prepare a separate order for installment payments. You just indicate there an oral motion for installment payments was filed. Mr. Sarafovic, raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you will give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, why don't you tell me, sir, how much you make in your employment? Don't just be honest with me. I want to know how much you make. you get paid weekly or bi-weekly?
Weekly, Your Honor.
And where do you work?
I work at CMAC Transportation.
How much do you make per hour?
$26.50.
And how many hours do you typically work per week?
Around 40 hours.
All right, so right now you're making somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,050 per week. Is that accurate?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any other employment?
No.
Are you married?
I am.
Is your wife employed?
She is.
And how much does she make?
She makes bi-weekly anywhere from $8 to $9.50.
Gross or net?
Oh, that's net.
After taxes?
Yes, Your Honor.
So she's still making probably, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't want to put words in your mouth. Well, $950, let's call it $900, $1,800. She's probably making closer to 40, 42. Is that fair or not fair?
So she makes around $16 an hour, I think.
Okay. All right, now, do you have a house payment? Do you own a house? Let's start with that.
No, I do not.
Do you rent?
I do. It's my parents' house.
Okay, so do you have to pay your parents?
Yeah, there's no mortgage on it anymore.
Okay, so how much do you pay to rent that house or to live in that home?
We just paid the mortgage off. I was paying it on their behalf. That was the deal between my parents and I.
And how much was that?
That was $980.
Who's going to pay the taxes going forward?
I pay the taxes on my side.
How much are the taxes?
I think it just went up a little bit.
And nothing goes down anymore, does it?
Right. I'm not sure, Your Honor. I think the previous one was like $1,800, $2,000 maybe for the summer tax, and $700, $800, $900 for the
All right, I'm going to round it off and say $3,000 a year. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
All right, what other bills? Do you own a home? Do you own a car?
Yeah, I do have a car that's through Lake Trust Credit Union as well, and I still owe like around $4,000 on it. That's about $220 a month.
What other bills do you have? You have a cell phone bill?
Yeah, for sure. That's about $80 a month.
Okay. What about utilities? How much do you pay in utilities, or do your parents pay those?
No, I pay for all that. It's anywhere from $200 to $300 a month.
All right, I'm going to call it $250. What about car insurance for you and any kids that are old enough to drive? And your wife?
$570 for all the insurance, vehicle insurances.
Okay, $570 per month?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have homeowners insurance on that car, house that you pay?
It's $180 a month.
Okay. And all right. So what other bills? I know you got gas, you got food.
Yeah, I do.
How much do you think you spend in food and gas?
I got 3 kids, so I probably they eat like a garbage disposal. So probably $200-300 a week, maybe.
And how old are your kids, by the way?
My middle one just turned 6 today. The oldest one, she is 9, and the youngest one is 3.
All right. Do you owe any other credit cards that you're trying to catch up on?
I do. I have about $25,000 worth in credit cards. I have my wife's vehicle. It's about $380 a month.
All right, hang on a second. Let's slow down. Mr. Gallster, how much do you want him to pay?
Your Honor, if he could, here, let me, run the calculations here.
I know, but I don't want to talk about how many years it's going to take him. I get all that.
If we could $300 a month or better, we would accept it.
Well, Mr. Serafovich, you think you can only afford 2?
For right now, Your Honor, yes.
I'm going to order that the defendant pay I'm going to let you ask him any other questions, Mr. Galster. I don't want to short circuit this too much. He's clearly in debt. I'll let you try to change my mind. I'm going to say $1.25 on the 15th and the 1st of every month. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay, Your Honor. Yeah, the only other thing that I would mention is that Mr. Serofobic did mention that he also has 3 vehicles and a camper. There's a cargo van, his own personal vehicle, his wife's vehicle, and then a camper.
Maybe you need to cut back a little, sir, going forward, so you're not struggling the rest of your life. That's what I'm ordering. $1.25 the 15th and $1.25 the 1st of every month until paid in full. This order is subject to review on motion of either party on or after January 15 of 26. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
I wish you well, Mr. Serofovic. Thanks, Mr. Galster. You don't have another one here, do you, counsel?
No, I don't, Your Honor. Just confirming $125 every 2 weeks on the 15th and the 30th of each month?
15th, and I said the 1st of every month.
First, okay.
So $125 bi-weekly on the 15th and 1st of every month until paid in full.
Am I going to get some kind of a letter about this, I presume?
Yeah, we're going to start this until paid in full, beginning August the 15th, okay? Beginning August the 15th, okay?
Great.
Thank you, Mr. Serofovic. Good luck, thanks, Mr. Galster. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right. Midland Credit versus Edwin Tostage, 2401-986.
Yes, sir.
All right, appearances, gentlemen.
Good morning, Your Honor. William Hill, P. 28608, appearing on behalf of Midland Credit.
Mr. Tostage, your name?
Edwin Tostage, sir.
All right, so you filed a response, Mr. Hill, and you're saying that you're paying another garnishment, your wages being garnished on some other case?
That is correct, Your Honor.
How much? And are they truly being garnished? Is it truly a garnishment of your wages?
Yes, Your Honor. They were taking 25% of my wages until the garnishment for Midland Credit Management, and then they took 25%.
What do you mean they took 25%? You mean what's the name of the other company that's garnishing your wages?
Portfolio Recovery Associates.
How much do you owe on that one?
$7,000, Your Honor.
How much, counsel, is your client receiving in garnishments from Mr. Tostage right now?
The last garnishment was a huge one. Okay, it was a wage garnishment in the amount of $1,113.04. That came in on July 18th. I'm covering this for Midland, and I spoke with them this morning, and I was trying to get some authority to see if I could give him some room here to pay this off. Okay. Midland's position is that if the garnishment's in place, they want to leave it in place. I spoke with Mr. Tostage. He's made a reasonable pitch for installment payments. I don't have the authority to agree to that, but I would leave it to the court's discretion. If you want to entertain a motion for installment payments, I'm not going to pitch a fuss about it. Okay.
See how good that Mr. Tostage.
Yes, sir.
The old school lawyers, you gotta love them.
Yes, sir.
How much did you pitch to Mr. Hill that you would pay?
$162 a month, Your Honor, on a remaining balance of $2,214.64.
That's correct. That's
so
correct.
I'm not going to find that the objections are invalid because they're really not, or I'm not going to find that the objections. Is he right that he's going over the figure, the amount that could be garnished? I didn't do the math.
I didn't either. Okay, we're just showing that the last garnishment we received. Now, in addition to that garnishment, he did reach out to Midland and try to settle this up in lump sum payments. He made a $1,000 payment in February. Okay, and toward a balance, and he's paid it down, and it remains at $2,214.64. We're all in agreement on that. Okay. He's pitched $162 a month. Okay. I'm going to leave that to the court's discretion. Midland tells me they want to leave the garnishment in place.
I'm setting aside the garnishment. We're suspending the garnishment. We're going to enter an installment payment order that calls for the defendant to pay $162 per month, commencing on August the 15th. Can you do that, Mr. Tostage?
Yes, Your Honor, I can.
15th of every month thereafter until paid. Can you do all that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect. Mr. Hill, thank you very much. You're going to prepare an order for me, sir?
I'll have Midland do that, Your Honor, and submit it.
I just want to make sure we stop the garnishment now.
Well, I think if you order today on the file, garnishment suspended, okay?
Yeah, I know, but I need an order so he can take it to his employer.
I see. I can rush it to Midland. I'm not an employee of Midland. I'm covering this because the attorney of record is ill. Okay, so I'm standing in. So I'll have Midland send something to the court ASAP, probably by the end of the day.
All right, garnishment is suspended. Deed to pay $162 per month beginning August 15th. Yeah, please have them do that. Then, Mr. Tostage, you might want to call here first thing in the morning. 671-0201, extension 217, and the civil clerk will make sure you get a copy of that order. Jennifer, will you make a note to not let me forget about this, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Hill, anything else?
No, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Tostage, have a good day. You're welcome. Good luck to you, sir. Thanks. Nice having you here, Mr. Hill.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Infinity SPV versus Walter A. Perizon, 2404717.
Hi, good morning, Christine Miller, P81895, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning, and do I have Walter Perizon here?
Your Honor, I've not had him check in with me on Zoom.
Okay. Let me see, I got to remember this one. Did you guys not pray for a sum certain? Is that why you're filing a motion for entry of default judgment? Is that what happened?
I think it did. I took this case over. I don't know if it got rejected or whatnot. We got the default, so belts and suspended. I just filed a motion for entry of default judgment.
Why did I stop that, Jennifer? I wouldn't do that, would I?
It doesn't look like on my file that they submitted a judgment, only the default. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, you guys filed, but they filed this, it looks like December 11 of 24. Why is it coming up now?
We got it. We served them. We had to file a motion for alternate service, so it took a while to serve them with a copy of the complaint. If scheduling or clerical issue on our side, we didn't calendar the deadline to answer. We got a notice of intent to dismiss for lack of progress.
Good enough. So you want a judgment for this amount, right? So let me just go over the figures with you, please.
Yes.
7604, attorney fees 75, 7679 is the total judgment, true?
Correct.
And there was no response filed, true, Jennifer?
Correct, Your Honor.
Motion for entry of default judgment granted. I'm going to grant that. I'll note that the case was scheduled for 10:30. Then it was given 15 minutes. It's 11:19. And I'm going to go ahead and grant the motion. And you can submit your default judgment. Okay?
Today. Thank you.
Have a good day. Thank you.
You as well. Thank you.
Boyd Adams versus Dylan Jones.
He was just going to use the restroom.
Oh, you want to use the restroom? I got plenty to do.
I'm fine.
I got plenty to do here.
No, I know you do, sir. Where's the podium here?
Do I have Dylan Jones here?
Pardon me?
Do I have Dylan Jones here, Jennifer?
No, Your Honor.
And there was proper service?
Yes. I've got a copy of the service from Mr. Suzy.
So June 11 of 24, he dated this. What? He's got to be careful on these. It must have been June 11 of 25 he served her, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Here's a copy of it. Oh, wait, okay.
All right. How you doing there, Mr. Adams? All right?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Good. Well, it looks like you're going to be a winner today. She didn't show up, or Dylan Jones didn't show up, rather. So it's going to be a non-appearance default. Services were and you're only asking for $750, right?
I calculated out how much the time that he had.
Yeah, but you claimed only $750.
Out of 1,100, it's fair.
Okay, $750, and then you also get your filing fee of $68. How much was your service fee?
$38. I had 38, but
Let me just double check that. $38.75. Do you have any other out of pocket here?
well, all my materials, but yeah, I was not trying to get something for nothing. I was just trying to recover what I gave him.
$857 will be your judgment, okay? I can't give you more than you prayed for in your complaint, but I will give you that. Defendant failed to appear. This was scheduled for 10:30. It's now 11:21. Default judgment's entered in favor of the plaintiff and against the defendant. You go down the hall and they'll give you a copy of the judgment.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day. Good luck. Do we have Barkovich out for?
I don't see the county out there.
Judge, he's still in a breakout room.
Bankovich, I mean. Epic Property. Epic Property versus Kenneth Jordan Daniels, 2502850. Good morning, Mr. Ozinski. Your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Donald Osinski on behalf of the plaintiff.
This is the time scheduled for a bench trial. Defendant's not here. There was service, right, Jen?
Yes, Judge. This is a landlord-tenant first hearing with second hailing.
Right.
Yep,
But did they pay for a second filing?
they did.
Yes, here it is. Okay, counsel, you can go ahead. I'll give you a default.
Thank you, Your Honor. With the non-appearance of the defendant, plaintiff would like to request a default judgment in the matter. I'm showing rent to retain as $844.81. Cost in the amount of $184.17 for a total redemptive amount today of $1,028.98. That amount to be paid or the defendant to return possession of the property on or before August 8th or writ to issue.
All right, and how much are your late fees?
Your Honor, this plaintiff has a $50 late fee.
Okay, good enough. So I'll go ahead and authorize that. You can submit your default judgment. 102-898, writ date will be August the 8th. Epic versus Ashley Leday, 2502853. Ma'am, your name?
Ashley Leday, sir.
Counsel, your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Donald Osinski on behalf of the plaintiff.
Ma'am, did you listen to and understand the rights on the video?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wish to speak to a lawyer?
No, Your Honor.
Do you intend to apply for funding?
No, Your Honor.
Counsel, tell me the total balance. I don't want a breakdown right now.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm showing a total redemptive amount today of $2,109.44, and the late fees on this are $50 as well, Your Honor.
But they're included in that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, do you agree that you owe that amount?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you pay that?
Yes, I intended on paying some today, and then I can pay the rest on the 8th.
How much can you pay today?
Today I believe it's going to be 1,000.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a judgment after hearing counsel. 2109.44. If defendant pays, can you pay well, the 8th, you should have it done then.
I'm sorry, it's the 7th. It would be that Thursday.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a judgment after hearing with a writ date of August the 11th, okay?
Okay,
August the 11th on this one, counsel, okay?
Thank you,
And
Your
she's
Honor.
gonna pay you with $1,000 today, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay? Anything else, Mr. Osinski?
Your Honor, as long as that complete payment's made by the 11th and the defendant informs me or my office that the complete payment's been made, we'll go ahead and agree to set that aside as well.
So that if you pay it, they're gonna just go ahead and set aside the judgment and dismiss it, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Good luck, thanks. I wanna make sure we have whoever the detective is on this Bankovich, if that's him. Epic Property versus Anthony Johnson and Caitlin Smith, 2502857. So is that Robinson? We're gonna need him. If that's Bankovich or Barkovich, we're gonna need Detective Robinson. He can appear by Zoom. All right. Is Anthony Johnson here?
No, Your Honor.
Is Caitlin Smith here?
No, Your Honor.
And they paid for a second mailing, you could go ahead and take a default. Give me your figures if you would, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. And good morning, Your Honor. Donald Osinski on behalf of the plaintiff. With the non-appearance of the defendants, plaintiff would like to request a default judgment in the matter. I'm showing right to retain as $895, cost in the amount of $223.56 for a total redemptive amount today of $1,118.56. That amount to be paid or the defendant to return possession of the property on or before August 8th. And then that there are late fees included in that amount. They are below the $70 cap as well, Your Honor.
Defendant failed to appear. Both of them did. Default judgment letter in favor of the plaintiff and against defendants. Writ date will be the 8th of August, 11/18/56 is the amount to be paid to save it from the issuance of the writ. Do you have Peninsula Ridge? Yes,
Your
Peninsula
Honor.
Ridge versus Diaja Ruffin, 2502900. Is she here, Jen?
No, Your Honor.
I filed a dismissal on this one, Your Honor.
Case dismissed, motion of the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Then I have Boardwalk Apartments versus Stan Young, 2502903. Stan Young here. Oh, come on up, sir. Good morning.
And good morning, Your Honor. Donald Osinski on behalf of the plaintiff. Your Honor, my next few cases do have late fees that did go over the cap that the court set. I have already reduced the late fees to coincide with the $70 cap as well, Your Honor.
All right, your name? Daniel. Did you listen to and understand the rights?
Yes.
On the video, I mean.
Yes.
You wish to speak to a lawyer?
No.
You intend to apply for funding?
No.
All right, tell me the total amount owed after the reduction of the late fees to 70 per month.
Yes, Your Honor, and inclusive of court costs, I'm showing a total amount today of $858.68.
I'm sorry, 58 cents?
68 cents.
68. You have that money?
No, can I say something?
Sure.
My rent is always paid ahead of time. Like next month is paid now. And before that, what it do is this system that you pay on, it don't duplicate, it duplicates the same month. I can show you years of payments ahead of time, on time, before. Always.
You have your manager here? Counsel?
And we will still last month for the same thing.
It doesn't appear so, Your Honor. I am taking notes and I will follow up with my property manager today with regards to this issue because there was a payment made. Are your payments coming in at the end of the month?
So, listen, wait 1 second. Why don't you call her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Or him. Call him up and have him log on here. I'll finish Park Place Apartments case. I'll go on to this criminal case and she should be on or he should be on by then. How's that?
Thank you, Your Honor. I will call them right now.
Have a seat. We're gonna get him on here. Park Place versus, go ahead, take your time and make that one call there, counsel. You can have a
Park
seat.
Place is his, Your Honor.
What's that?
Park Place is his cases as well, but neither defendant has appeared, so.
Right. So I'm gonna let him call on this one and get her over here. And you are Mr. Bankovich, correct, sir?
Yes, sir. Donald Bankovich.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to call that case. Actually, guess I could do it this way. Donald Allen Bankovich, 25G716663FY. All right, good morning. Oh.
Donald Bankovich, we were waiting for a reading schedule.
All right, Mr. Bankovich, your name?
Donald Bankovich, Donald Allen Bankovich, sir.
I'm going to advise you of your rights here, okay? You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to say anything. If you say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it can be used against you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to be represented by a lawyer not only today, but at all subsequent court proceedings. If you cannot afford one, you can apply for one at public expense. Also, if you choose to submit the question with law enforcement, you do have the right to be represented by a lawyer at that questioning. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to a probable cause conference within 14 days. At that probable cause conference, your lawyer will discuss this case with the prosecutor. If that's not resolved at that time, then you're going to go to a preliminary examination. You have the right to that within 7 days after the probable cause conference. And the people have to show that this crime was committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crime. They prove that, you'll be bound over for further proceedings. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you'd go to the circuit court then. So I have August 12th at 9:30 as your probable cause conference. Preliminary exam will be August 19th at 11 o'clock in the morning. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Detective Robinson, your name?
Detective Gary Robinson, Gibraltar PD.
Has he been printed on this? He hasn't been printed on this one yet. How are we going to get him printed? Can you call down to the county and I'll prepare an order and I'm going to hope that they send it down to the county. Jennifer, try to enlighten Heather, will you please?
I will do so.
I mean, you might have a better opportunity to get the prints taken. All right, so I'm going to listen to whatever you have to say regarding bond.
Judge, I looked at Mr. Bankovich's prior criminal history. I saw an OWI from 2023, and he indicates that that matter is closed. There was nothing else as far as convictions that I saw. Apparently, he's got a charge in front of Judge Hessen. He's been in custody the last 10 days on that. Bond on that is $50,000, 10% plus a tether. Based on his limited criminal history, Your Honor, that's for a personal or low-end bond in this case. He's also indicated that he's going to retain his own attorney.
Does he have a means of income? What kind of income? What kind of income do you have, sir?
I have a full-time job.
Okay. Where do you work again?
Barton Mill.
Oh, so you make good money. How much do you make per hour?
Oh, about $35.
Detective Robinson, I'm sorry. Did you state your name yet? If you didn't, would you please?
I did. Detective Robinson, Gibraltar PD.
What was the, I'm getting so many of these. I don't remember what the other one was that I set the bond on.
The other one was a felony CCW violation. We took over 20 firearms from him.
Oh, yeah.
Carrying the 9.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I think you have him set up for 50,000, 10%, and then with a tracker by GPS. Yep.
Did you go in front of Judge Hessen on that case yet today, Mr. Bankovich?
I've been in front of Jennifer Coleman, sir.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You went in front of her today already?
Yes, sir, just a few hours ago.
Was the bond discussed, the 50,000, 10% that I sent?
Yes, with the tether.
I know, but did your defense lawyer address bond on that case today?
Yes.
Is the bond the same or did she lower it?
Bond's the same, sir.
What are you asking for, personal? What are you asking for, detective?
Sir, I'd like to see a cash bond, obviously. I have another case pending also with him that I hope to have through a prosecutor next week.
Jeez.
Yeah, and then previously we've already had, there was 2 or 3 trespassing cases at Gibraltar Boatyard and Humbug Marina properties. So it's
7,510%. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. No contact with Jacob Simonkevich or prosecution witnesses. You cannot write him, phone him, see him, have anybody else do any of those things for you on your behalf, and except through your lawyer. No contact with prosecution witnesses. You have to get fingerprinted and photographed. You're not to go near, I want to be clear, no, you're not to go near 28731 North Gibraltar Road in Gibraltar. You understand all that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so August 12th, 9:30, August 19th at 11. Good luck to you, sir. Thanks, detective. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
May I have a breakout with my lawyer, please?
He's not going to be your lawyer anymore. We're going to get you a felony court-appointed lawyer.
Oh, yes, sir. I need to, I'm confused. Is this all going to be, is this 75 now? It's everything combined?
You're going to have both 750 on this case and 5,000 on the other case that I said.
750. Thank you, sir.
All right, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Park Place, are we ready on that versus Lays Taylor, 2502904? Mr. Osinski, your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Donald Osinski on behalf of the plaintiff.
Is this a default? The defendant didn't show.
Yes,
Correct, on Taylor, on,
Lays Taylor.
yes, they did not appear on Zoom.
Or are you moving to dismiss? I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
No, Your Honor, we are moving for a default judgment.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. With the non-appearance of the defendant, plaintiff would like to request a default judgment in the matter. I'm showing right to retain as $630, cost in the amount of $184.17 for a total redemptive amount today of $814.17. That amount to be paid or the defendant to return possession of the property on or before August 8th or writ to issue.
And the late fees are 50 or 70 or less, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Default judgments entered in favor of plaintiff and against defendant. 814.12 is the amount to be paid, or 814.17 is the amount to be paid to save it from the issuance of the writ. The writ date will be August the 8th. Park Place versus Vincent Abercrombie, 2502905. Is this a default?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may proceed. Defendant didn't show.
Thank you, Your Honor. With the non-appearance of the defendant, plaintiff would like to request a default judgment in the matter. I'm showing right to retain as $1,720, cost in the amount of $184.17 for a total redemptive amount today of $1,904.17. That amount to be paid or the defendants to return possession of the property on or before August 8th, and I did cap all late fees at $70.
Defendant failed to appear. The writ date will be August the 8th. Default judgment entered in favor of plaintiff and against defendant, again with a writ date of August the 8th. 1904.17 is the amount to be paid to save it from the issuance of the writ. Did you get your manager here from Boardwalk?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Young actually just recently made a payment. It actually just cleared and there's a credit on his account for $95.45.
Boardwalk versus Stan Young, 2502903.
Good morning, Your Honor. Donald Osinski on behalf of the plaintiff.
Your name?
Stan Young.
Okay, so
I think what ended up happening, Your Honor, if I may, there seems to be a point where Mr. Young did make a payment near the end of the month for the current month. So he's been constantly behind 1 month at a time, but he gets caught up near the end of the month. So what I was going to suggest to Mr. Young is to discuss with the property manager in the office with regards to how we can go ahead and get him current sooner in the month so we don't have to, so we can just resolve this now.
How much are you saying the credit is?
It's $95.45.
When did you make your last payment?
So I made the last payment, I make a payment the 25th for the following month, which is for August. See, what happens is, from the system that we pay on, what it do is it don't show the correct month. What I tried to tell you guys last time I was here. What it do is duplicate the same month, but a different day. So.
Do you think you have more of a credit coming than $95.40? No. Shh. Just slow down. Do you think you have more of a credit than $95.45?
Yes, this month is paid for and
August
paid for.
Counsel, he sounds pretty convincing to me. He's either a really, really, really good liar or he sounds really convincing to me, and I'm pretty good at determining that. You're moving to dismiss this case, right?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I
Listen,
definitely want to discuss this case.
I want you to tell them that the judge wants the manager to sit down with Mr. Young and go through all their books so this doesn't happen again. Okay, will you do that for me, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
What day did you make your last payment?
So
Just tell me the day.
Okay, I made a payment the 25th for August.
I know, I get it. So they're suing him, and he's saying he made his payment on Friday.
So here, what it do is the machine that I pay under, I go pay and electronically send everything, a receipt. They give me a receipt manually, and they give me a receipt on my phone. So what it did is it duplicate the same month, but a different day. Like
Go talk to your manager.
The one that's on the 26th.
Tell her I want her to talk to him, or him talk to Mr. Young, whoever. I don't know who your manager is, but have them talk to Mr. Young. Maybe you can call over and sit down and say, I want to come and talk to you, but don't ever not procrastinate. You know, one thing that bugs me about these, Mr. Osinski, she should have told you, like, let's say Mr. Young did not show up today. I would have been giving you a judgment for that amount, and that's just not right. They have got to, I'm going to ask you to talk to all your clients and tell them when a payment is made, they got to email you the day before and tell you, so you're not going to come in and ask me for something that you're not entitled to, and they're not entitled to. Go ahead.
So last month, when I came here before, it got dismissed. The month before that. So like, I went and printed out all these papers it's probably like 4 or 5, maybe 7 years. This is for actually 3 years, the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. And I always did it like that from before they were the new owners or whatever, pay mine in advance. So I don't know why they keep.
He sounds convincing, Mr. Osinski.
Like,
he really does. Have your manager sit down with him sooner rather than later, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm definitely making all notes. I think I've pinpointed a little bit of the issue. It's going back to the end of February with some DTE bills. So I'm making notes. I've looked at the ledger. I'm definitely going to request that our property manager reaches out. And then I did also make notes with regards to double checking amounts the day before trial instead of a couple days like they normally do.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Mr. Young, have a good day.
In this emotional courtroom moment, a young defendant faced the consequences of 2 serious aggravated robbery cases. And despite asking the judge for probation, the court was not convinced that supervision was the right answer. Prosecutors pointed to incidents that allegedly occurred while Mr. Watts was already in custody, arguing that his behavior raised serious questions about whether he could follow the rules outside of jail. Their position was clear. If he was struggling to behave while incarcerated, why should the court believe probation would work? The state asked for 17 years in each case, while the defense tried to show a different side of the young man. His attorney emphasized that he had no known juvenile or adult criminal history, and argued that these were the only 2 major cases he had ever faced. The defense also explained that Watts had been influenced by someone older, possibly his own father, and asked the judge to give him an opportunity to turn his life around through probation. When it was his turn to speak, Watts apologized for his actions and expressed regret, saying that if he had the opportunity, he would apologize directly to the woman involved. He also tried to explain the disciplinary write-ups he received while in maximum security, arguing that some of those incidents did not tell the full story. But the judge made it clear that the bigger concern was not simply what happened inside the jail. The judge focused. In this emotional courtroom moment, a young defendant faced the consequences of 2 serious aggravated robbery cases. And despite asking the judge for probation, the court was not convinced that supervision was the right answer. Prosecutors pointed to incidents that allegedly occurred while Mr. Watts was already in custody, arguing that his behavior raised serious questions about whether he could follow the rules outside of jail. Their position was clear. If he was struggling to behave while incarcerated, why should the court believe probation would work? The state asked for 17 years in each case, while the defense tried to show a different side of the young man. His attorney emphasized that he had no known juvenile or adult criminal history and argued that these were the only two major cases he had ever faced. The defense also explained that Watts had been influenced by someone older, possibly his own father, and asked the judge to give him an opportunity to turn his life around through probation. When it was his turn to speak, Watts apologized for his actions and expressed regret, saying that if he had the opportunity, he would apologize directly to the woman involved.